question that I'm often asked is, how do I buy USDT in Canada? And so in this video, I'm going to address that. Now, if you didn't already know, Canadian crypto platforms are no longer allowed to support USDT due to regulations. That, however, doesn't mean that you can't still obtain it in Canada, nor is it illegal to own. This essentially means that you have to go through some workarounds in order to obtain it. So before you do anything, the first question you'll want to ask yourself is, where will the USDT ultimately end up? For example, will it end up on a centralized exchange or a private wallet? This question will dictate the best method to obtain USDT. In either case though, you would still need to go through a workaround. You basically have to go through a Canadian crypto platform like NDAX, Newton, or Paytree to buy some coins like USDC or XRP or XLM to then send off. Now, if you by chance don't already have an account with either NDAX or Newton, I'll leave sign up links where you can get yourself some bonuses after purchasing $100 worth of crypto. So if your USDT is going to end up on an exchange, you'll first want to see if the exchange supports USDC. This way, you can just swap your USDC for the USDT. This is by far the easiest and safest method to get USDT. If the exchange does support USDC, there are a couple of questions you'll want to ask yourself. Which chain do they support USDC on, and how much are you planning on obtaining in a single purchase? Now, to answer which is the better option to go with, this is a bit tricky because both Paytree and Newton support USDC only on certain networks. As an example, both Paytree and Newton support USDC on Ethereum, but Paytree only supports USDC on BEP20 and Newton only supports USDC on Solana. In addition to that, they both have different fee structures, so that can add some more complexity to the process. At the time of making this slideshow for this video, the break-even point was $500, and assuming that it's still the same now, this means that if you're buying less than $500 in a single go, then go with Newton, otherwise go with Paytree. This is assuming that the exchange you'll be sending your USDC to supports the networks that the USDC is on though. Also, I do want to note that the $500 break-even point may change by the time you're watching this video. Now, if the exchange doesn't support USDC, you're best to buy a coin that's both cheap and quick to send, like XLM or XRP, from either NDAX or Newton to then send off to the exchange to then sell for USDT. I just want to caution you that both XLM and XRP are volatile, and by the time you receive the coins to then sell them for USDT, the value of your coins may either be worth less or more. So just like before, the better method would depend on the amount that you're wanting to fund. Both Newton and NDAX have their own fee structure and prices which are dynamic, and so this is something that should be taken into consideration. I've actually made a video about this where I compare NDAX and Newton's fee structure using a spreadsheet to show which would be the better place to buy from based on your situation. If you're interested in that video, I'll leave a link to it in the video description. So those are the ways you would go about with obtaining USDT if the USDT is ultimately going to end up on an exchange. Now, if your USDT is ultimately going to a private wallet, the best way, in my opinion, would be to first buy USDC from either Newton or Paytree, send that to your wallet, and then use a swap service to get USDT. The swap service could be either centralized or decentralized. If it's a decentralized swap service, then the best one would depend on the chain that the USDC is on. For example, if your USDC is on Binance Smart Chain, you would use PancakeSwap or Wombat Exchange. If your USDC is on Solana, you would use Orca or Radium. Again, these are just examples and I'm not endorsing any of these. Something to keep in mind is that you'll need the native coin like BNB or Solana to pay for the gas fees. Using a decentralized exchange will require a bit of technical knowledge, so do keep that in mind. If you don't have the technical knowledge to use a decentralized exchange to do swaps, there are centralized swap services like Change Now. If you're interested in learning how to use them, I'll leave a link in the video description. So that's pretty much how you can obtain USDT in Canada. There's no direct way to purchase it, but there are definitely workarounds to obtaining it. Hope you learned something, and thanks for watching.